Hello, everyone, and welcome to EDU 614, Introduction to Leadership Online. This is a presentation which helps you understand a graded assignment which appears in Module 6. And the assignment is how to create bar graphs of school district demographic data. In this presentation, we'll demonstrate to you how to locate demographic data in the NYSED School Report Card website, how to create a bar graph using Excel, how to create a PowerPoint presentation using the bar graphs created in Excel. Here's a description of the assignment. Hypothetically, you are scheduled to provide the Board of Education with a presentation at the next public meeting. Note here, you choose the school district that you would like to work on and to research their demographic data. The board wants to know about the demographic change in the district for the period 2007 to 2008 compared to 2017-2018. In other words, a comparison of 10-year differences. The data of interest to the board are district enrollment by grade and district enrollment by ethnicity. The finished product will take the form of both the original Excel spreadsheet used to chart the data and the original PowerPoint presentation used to display the data. The Excel spreadsheet will be designed as preferred by the student and will have no particular parameters except that it is submitted. The PowerPoint will consist of a cover slide that identifies the district and the student's name. There will be 2 slides containing the data, one for K through 12 enrollment by grade and the second K through 12 enrollment by ethnicity. The data charts will use bar graphs. The X and Y axes will be labeled and the charts will include a title, both using at least a 12-point font. Okay, now let's take a look at where to locate the data. We're going to be visiting the NYSED, the New York State Education Department report card webpage at https://data.nysed.gov. And then after that, we will provide you with a tutorial on how to create bar graphs in Excel, followed by how to get the graphs into PowerPoint. Thanks for your attention, and we'll be with you shortly with a tutorial on how to find the data.
Welcome back. You recall a moment ago you were looking at the presentation describing this graded assignment associated with Module 6, and the assignment is for you to prepare for a hypothetical Board of Education of your choice, a presentation at a next public meeting. And the board wants to take a look at a 10-year comparison of district demographic data, district enrollment by grade, and district enrollment by ethnicity. So in order to do that, we have to go to the nysed.gov data webpage. Exact address, https://data.nysed.gov. And what we're looking at here, of course, is the New York State data for the entire state. I want you to be reporting on district data, so we're going to click on district up above. You choose a district of your choice. Adirondack happens to be right front and center. We'll use that for demonstration purposes. You notice here, if you go to 2018-2019 data, you don't see any enrollment data. It's not entered into the system yet. However, we're going to be looking at 2017-18, and if we go there, you'll see enrollment data right here. You'll also notice that we have 3 through 8 ELA assessment data, we have math assessment data, special education data. This is the student learning data that's available here on this web page. However, we're going to be looking at enrollment data for the purposes of this assignment. If we click here, for Adirondack Central School District, enrollment of 1,201 students in 17-18, here is our enrollment by ethnicity, right here. This is what we want. Easy way would be to take a screenshot and put that in your presentation, but that's not allowed for the assignment. You might want to, however, take a screenshot and set the data aside so you don't have to go back and forth between this web page and your Excel spreadsheet in order to capture the data. And for that purpose, we're going to do just that. So we'll capture this data right here. There's our enrollment by ethnicity. And here is our enrollment numbers by grade for 17-18. We will capture that as well, so we don't have to come back here. Okay, so that's 17 and 18 data that we need. Now we need 07-08. And to find that, you have to go over here to the archive. And the assignment has been structured in such a way that you recognize that there is an archive and you can go back in time, not just the 2 years listed, 18-19 and 17-18. So go to the archive, go to 07-08, go to the Accountability Overview Report. Here we are, Adirondack, 7-8 school year. And what we're looking for is our enrollment by grade. Now, of course, we have 3 years here. We want this right here. We'll capture that as well, so we don't have to keep flipping back and forth. We want district enrollment too, by the way. That's good. And then we also want other demographic factors like racial and ethnic origin. Notice that between the old and the new, State Ed is using different descriptors, but regardless, capture that. All right, there we are. Now that's the data that we're going to need to be able to complete the assignment. Next, we're going to go over to Excel, create an Excel spreadsheet, and then with that Excel spreadsheet, create bar graphs that can eventually be cut and paste into a PowerPoint. And again, welcome back. This part of the lesson and this graded assignment for Module 6, we're going to show you how to take the data that you recently discovered at the nyscd.gov report card webpage and turn it into bar graphs using Excel. So let's open up Excel. For this demonstration, we're using a Macintosh. Excel for those of you using a PC is pretty much the same. There may be a few differences, but this should get you through. Remember, you always have YouTube, and you can search YouTube and find a number of videos into how to create bar graphs. Here, let's change our view to normal. Let's make this a little bit larger so everyone can see it. All right. Now, you may recall earlier that I mentioned to you that when you're in the nyscd.gov website and when you find the data that you're looking for, the first things you might want to do is capture it with a screen capture. That's what we've done here. Here they are available. We're going to need this enrollment by ethnicity. We're going to need this enrollment by grade. This is for 7-08. And this is all for 7-08. So having these readily available to us is really going to work out very well. First, we're going to create the bar graphs using enrollment by grade. And we're going to do that in this fashion. Here we will put the school years, and if we're to put 07-08, Excel will see that as a month. We don't want a month, 8th of July, no. Instead, we want to, if you simply put an apostrophe and then put 07-08, Excel will not perform the function. Instead, it'll just put it up on the screen as text. Also, 17, 18 with the apostrophe in front. And here we'll put our grade levels, all right? PK, K, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have an ungraded elementary, abbreviate that. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and ungraded secondary. And let's also display total, because our hypothetical Board of Education will be interested in that. Just for the sake of convenience and the way it looks, I'm going to center those descriptors. Get this out of the way here. And now, by looking at this, we're going to take this data, the numbers is what we want for the assignment. Not the percentages, but the numbers. So we will simply start putting in our numbers for, remember, this is the 17-18 school year. All right, so here we go. And now to put our formula in for our totals, I'll put the plus sign, sum, and start of a parentheses, and then simply capture the entire range of values I want, and with another parentheses, and now I have my total. All right, and by the way, I'm going to copy this into 7-8 as well. So as I put my information for 7-8, we will know what we're looking at. Let's get this on the screen. All right, here we go. This is our enrollment. Get this out of the way. And if you recall, we are interested in the 07-08 school year. So we're going to lose that in a minute. We won't be able to see it, but I'll start entering the numbers now. All right, that does it for us. Now we can take a look at the entire thing again. All right, here we go. Everything that we need, all in one place. Now, under all circumstances, in order to create the chart, you simply click and hold. You want to click in the top left-hand corner, click and drag, and capture all of your information. Go to Charts. The assignment requires that you display your data using bar graphs, and there it is. All right, now we just have to resize it so that it looks good on the page. Now, because our totals are taking up so much space, it's making it look like our individual grade level is very small. We can make that a little bit more descriptive by doing this. All right, looks good. And we need a title. I'll go back to my toolbox. On the Mac, I have titles. Under chart options, I have titles. I'm going to put the title in here. This was Adirondack CSD. Enrollment by grade. What we might want to do to make this a bit more descriptive, you don't have to do it for the assignment, but as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking it would be really nice if I could see the actual values over the bars. So I can do that by going back to clicking on my chart, so I get my chart options. So you can see this a little bit better. Under labels, I've got none right now. I'm going to say the value, and that will give me the values right on top of each of my bars, and that's a little bit easier to make sense of what I'm looking at. And that's why we do this. You want to make sure that your PowerPoint presentations and your charts and graphs actually tell a story, and it's clear to your audience what it is they're looking at. All right, so that's the first part. Now we have our comparison of enrollment by grade. In a moment, we will show you how to do the same thing for enrollment by ethnicity. Be right back. All right, welcome back. You'll recall that just a moment ago, we showed you how to create bar graphs regarding enrollment by grade for the 07-08 and the 17-18 school district for school year for a school district of your choice. We, in the interim, named this file enrollment by grade and ethnicity because we're going to use the same one for our enrollment by ethnicity. Here's enrollment by grade on this tab. Down here, I'm going to change tabs so you get a clean sheet. Go to this tab here, and I've already started to put it together for you. Here we're looking at 07-08 and 17-18. Here are the ethnic categories as described by State Education Department. We have one anomaly. In the 07-08 school year, State Ed listed American Indian or Alaska Native as a category. In 17-18, they they deleted that category. It's no longer there. So we're going to have to explain that in our PowerPoint presentation. And for the assignment, we want to be looking at the enrollment by ethnicity in terms of percentages, as opposed to enrollment by grade, where we looked at the whole numbers. So using the screenshots that I took before, if you want to be looking right at the stated website, that's fine, but we find that using the screenshots is a little bit easier. Here's our enrollment by ethnicity, and here are our percentage for the 17-18 school year. We entered those numbers in 17-18, and we also had a screenshot for enrollment by ethnicity for 708, and here are our numbers here as well. And as I mentioned, in 0708, State Ed did actually have a category listed as American Indian Alaska Native. That's not the case in 17-18. So, same as before, in order to chart it, we simply grab the information, we go to charts, we want bar charts as prescribed by the assignment. Here then is our new chart. And expand a little bit so that we can see a little more. Here we have our y-axis, and we're going to label that in a moment. We need a title for this chart. So let's get our tools. Here's our tools chart. And now we want to label the y-axis. So we go back up to titles, and here we see not just the chart title, but the horizontal axis and the vertical axis. As you know, the y-axis is the vertical axis. We're going to give that a title. Make it easy, percent of enrollment. Now that's over here. We've labeled that, and it looks like we're in good shape. That's it. We'll save it. And the next thing we're going to do is show you how to bring these bar graphs over into PowerPoint. And that's actually a very easy process. We'll leave it open right where it is. It's a matter of cutting and pasting. So let's highlight this chart, edit, copy. Let's open up PowerPoint. Let's create a new presentation. We'll save this page for our title page. Put in a new slide. Sorry, we need to get rid of and here we go. We resize it just a little bit to fit in our presentation. And everything's looking good. We can add another slide to bring in our enrollment by grade. Edit, copy, back to this, clear the screen, edit, paste. Need to resize it just a bit again. And there we go. For all intents and purposes, our assignment is complete. Back to our title page. Want the name of the school district. And your name. That's basically it. And your assignment is required to sending in the PowerPoint presentation, this file right here, all right, this PowerPoint presentation, as well as the original Excel spreadsheet that you used to create the bar graphs. We hope this helps. You can always call your professor if you need more instruction or a private tutorial. Thank you for paying attention. Appreciate that, and have a good day.